Hello, good morning. Listen, I wanted to tell you all a story. So I remember when I first moved to town here, I started going to a church. And I started going to a church, and when I went in, the usher sent me next to this guy. He was very friendly, very welcoming. Everybody in the church was friendly. So we became, cool. We became good friends. Every time I would come to church Sunday, I would see him, we would sit together, and, we worship and things like that. It was basically platonic. He was always introducing me to the pastors and different people. He was just very nice. So as time went on, we started to get close. We went into another ministry together, and it was great. Nothing like a liking between. Nothing like, let me say, like an interest, right? It was just basically friends. So as time went on, maybe a couple of weeks, no, maybe I'd say a couple of months, I started to have these intrusive thoughts about him. I would always be thinking about him. It was nonstop, like nonstop. And it would go on every now and then. Every now and then I would just get these thoughts in my mind. And I was like, what is going on? So I remember I would talk to him, and he would say, I would call him. I was like, everything okay? He'd say, everything's fine. And I would just get these intrusive thoughts, and I didn't understand. So I started to pray about these things. So the Holy Spirit was telling me, love spell. And I'm like, love spell? You mean to tell me this man put a love spell on me? I just thought it was the weirdest thing. It was kind of shocking to me because we're in the church. I see him as a Christian. He sees me as a Christian, I hope. And then he was very prayerful, very, very active in church. So it threw me off. It totally threw me off. But I tell you this story because I just want to let you know that everybody in the church is not who you think they are. Right? We also have to know that sick people, unwell people come to the church too. God also revealed that he was going through a lot of rejection. And, all day it bothered me. I kind of just started to back off from him a little bit. But once I found out, the next time I saw him in the church, he started avoiding me. So I knew he was into that witchcraft, right? So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that be careful in the church too. We got to be careful on these streets, and we also got to be careful in the church, okay? Always be discerning, always questioning things. If it doesn't seem right or don't look right, question it. Always continue to love people, honor people, that kind of thing, but you also have to be watchful in the church, okay? That's all I want to say. Thank you.